All right. Four quarter sportscast. We back. Welcome in everybody. If you're new here, make sure you like, comment, subscribe for all our people who already are locked in with us. Welcome back. Of course, we bring you sports content. We're gonna be talking about the Falcons today, unfortunately, as you can see by the thumbnail, title of the video. Um, AG, I just, we was talking briefly before we started it up, but I wanted to wait till we got on here because this is like these Mondays are really becoming like venting sessions at this point. Um, we're gonna dive into a few topics. We're gonna talk about the game briefly yesterday. Probably get into what's going wrong with this 4 game skid we're on, but I really just want to talk about the skid as far as like the decision making that we've been on for these past couple seasons. So yeah, we'll get into that. But so with the first, without further ado, pull up that score from yesterday. 42-21. Atlanta was kind of, well, honestly, in a must win, and with the division standings, Tampa Bay playing the Raiders yesterday, which they won. So now Atlanta is moved out of that first spot. Game was pretty much, I would say, back and forth for the most part. It was tied 21-21, I believe, going into the fourth or the third quarter. Um, and then, the Falcons just start, falconing. Um, the kickoff, Ray fumbled the kickoff. They got up on us. Uh, and then, I don't even remember what the hell happened. I think if we tied it up 21-21, they went up 28-21. And then we fumbled the kickoff. Then they went up 35. Then Kirk threw the pick, and then they went up 42. So it was over with by that point. But we're gonna talk about Kirk. But AG, another game in which we outgained the opponent, out first down the opponent, out time of possession the opponent. Every stat looked good except for the points, the turnover margin and the penalties. So what was that yesterday? What was that?
um, yo, it's just I'm lost for words, bro. Like even when you think it can't get any worse, it can. Like, and it has gotten worse, and is getting even more worse that we have our coach backing the decision to not bench him and put in Michael Penix to finish out the season. Because if we look at the way we've been playing, yeah, we're getting these stats as we've stated, but the ultimate stat at the end is the W, the win. I find it very funny that Raheem Morris had a lot of statistics to pass out on Sunday in his interview when he claims to be the guy that says stats are for losers. So stats are for losers. We're losing right now, and you're worried about stats. Like the only stat you should be worried about right now is how many L's you're putting into the L column after starting the season 6-3. If 6 games was the ceiling, at least spread the wins out. Show us we was gonna be ass before. Don't just give us a first place team, show us a first place team, a glimpse of a first place team, and then just dwindle on as the season goes. You're supposed to get stronger, and yeah, we've had injuries, but that's not an excuse anymore. Like we're starting to get guys back, and like with Kirk being a veteran quarterback, like a lot of the blame is going to go on him because he knows better in a sense. Like you're doing stuff that you know not to do. You're doing things that you weren't doing before. Um, I think like the intensity of this team is lackadaisical on the offensive side of the ball at times, except for our two running backs. Like our running backs have been our offense. You find too often now, if Kirk's not throwing a bad pass, then it's folks dropping easy passes. or it's receivers either not running their route all the way, or and that's not even saying Kyle, because Kyle was running his route on that floater pick six that he threw one handed, and like it's a mixture of like what the heck is going on with Kirk, and when Kirk's actually trying to do something and it's something routine for the receivers, they just mess that up for themselves. Or we call crazy, like it's a mixture of everybody on the team. Like it's everybody that has something to do with what that 53 does on Sundays is their fault right now within the organization. We can't say like it's any of our fault. We just pay to come watch this shit. Like we can't blame ourselves. So within the organization, we just need to like look at ourselves. What decisions are we not making that could change or give us a better complexion coming out of the season? Like I'm, I'm not saying he should have put Penix in earlier, but like at some point you should be like, hey man, are you okay mentally? Like get Kirk back to being Kirk. Like we had Kirk and then Kirko changed and the swag surf, bro. We ain't swag surfed in over a month. And it's because what we're losing, and what the team and what like Kirk is now seeing is like when you not doing nothing that's good, bro. We're not finna be there supporting that. Ain't nobody finna sit here and take it lightly. They gonna throw every shot that they can at you. But man,
Bro.
I don't know, bro. Like at this point, bro, this is my counseling session, bro, for the week because every Sunday after I leave church, I feel like I gotta go right back. After watching it, I'm like,
Yeah, we
Lord,
need church before and after to watch the Falcons at this point, bro. Because it's like, so I'm gonna spill into my rant a little bit, and it really got less to do with the game yesterday. Because honestly, I didn't really expect nothing, but we can transition into the next part, which is really
yeah,
just. But I'll touch on the game a little bit yesterday. I mean, I I feel like yesterday was kind of more so a everybody type of problem as far as why we
yeah,
lost. Like Kirk has blame, turned the ball over. I think the
eight
defense,
time,
defense. I mean, we can get sacks now, but not a secondary. Like that's just the
yeah,
story of being a Falcons fan, bro. It's like one aspect of the team go well, and another aspect start messing up. It's like it's just a meme of somebody trying to like juggle a whole bunch of just shit, and they just dropping one thing, they pick up something, and something else falls. It's just like I don't know if it's coverage bust or what's going on, bro. I don't know if Jimmy Lake needs to dial stuff back because ain't no way we got two veteran led safeties back there and they both seem to be like confused as to what the hell is
lost.
going on. So I don't even know if our DBs was wearing cleats yesterday, bro, because it seemed like everybody on the floor, on the ground. I mean that D offered clip, bro. Like, all right, bro. Like, what are you looking at? Like, I'm not here to say that I can do any of y'all job or what y'all do. I'm not saying that we smarter than any coach, GM, whatever. But, bro, bad is bad. Like, it don't take a fucking rocket scientist or football genius to see that the shit y'all be doing is just terrible. Like, this is why everybody laughs at y'all. This is why everybody 28 threes us. This is why everybody clowns you for the decisions you make. Because look at the shit you do. And like I don't mean to like be offensive, but like the Falcons are literally like that just one fat ass little kid that you just pick at because you know they just gonna do some dumb shit. You just fat. Like you just fat. I'm gonna keep you with this stick. You just fat and you're not gonna do anything besides be tubby wubby, fall over, trip over yourself, which the Falcons always do. You always trip over yourself. You get into the red zone, you always have penalties. Like if it was a positive stat for getting to the red zone and not executing touchdowns, I promise you we would be top of the league in that stat.
Yep.
Well, let me go look at the red zone stats as
We
far
were
as
in the red zone four or
they probably
five times, bro.
they probably didn't even update it yet because the Monday Night Football game didn't get played. So we are in red zone offense. We are is this red zone offense? No. I guarantee we at the bottom of the league. Red zone offense, we are 25th which means we're getting a touchdown about 50% of the times we get down to the red zone.
If they feel like it or not.
And the Lions are converting at 67.3%. The Ravens are converting at 75%. So Zach Robinson's offense, it ain't completely bad. Like he got a part of his scheme that I wish he would, tinker with a little bit. Like I don't think every Bijan run needs to be outside zone. I don't think the answer to getting ahead of the chains is throwing screen passes every time. Like I think it's certain stuff he need to work at, but I would be cool with him for another year because, like I said, you outgaining folks, you getting yards, you just not scoring the ball. So, and that brings me to my main culprit for all this shit, Mr. Cousins. So, and I like I said, we here to be informational. We here to joke around. We here to vent. We here to be opinionated. We want to know what y'all think too, because we all in the blind of this shit. None of us are in the organization. We just sit here looking at this bullshit they be doing. So
right,
this is what I'm thinking from a coach perspective. You see your quarterback playing like shit, and he don't get benched. Like what? Okay, so I go to myself and I say, what's the reasoning? So, maybe I would say my backup is ass. Well, you can't say that because you drafted a quarterback at 8, top 10 overall pick when you paid another quarterback. Like, and I wasn't one of those ones in the boat saying that I didn't agree with what y'all did. I mean, I could see the logic behind what y'all did. It don't mean it was the
best
most
decision.
Yeah, it wasn't the best decision. It wasn't the most conventional path, but I could understand the logic. Okay, you want to pay Kirk now, let Penix sit for a year or whatever, and when he come in, he'll be ready. Okay, cool. But if you draft somebody top 10 who's pro ready, that's what all the scouts said about him. He can start now. Why is he not starting when your starting quarterback is playing like shit? I could see if Ritter was our backup and we just didn't want to okay, then I'd be like, Kirk just gonna have to get it together because it's no point of going to Ritter. But you have a capable backup in theory who's supposed to be your future of the franchise. So why not just hand him over the keys right now? I don't understand that because Kirk is clearly limiting the offense. Yesterday he decided to throw the ball down the field, but we haven't been pushing the ball down the field. He can't get the ball out quick. It seems like he can't move. He can't get the ball to the out hash. His arm is shot. I don't understand. I don't understand. Are we running pistol formation to help him? Because he claims he likes to be under center. Why are we running pistol formation then? Like, he looked like he about to fall. Now he tries to give a handoff to a running back. Like, he's not going to make it. Like, I have been so overly optimistic with this team, bro. Both of us. But it's like I'm starting to turn that corner, and I'm starting to be like, you know what? If people to hell with Terry, okay, I'm not even defending the shit you do no more. Raheem, I'm not defending the shit you do no more because it's like it frustrates me because I know like any other team would do the necessary thing needed to win, but it's like we refuse to do shit. And why? Because that's your buddy, or why? Because you pay him X amount of money. The fucking Broncos just got a all-time dead cap hit, and they drafted a rookie, and they didn't add really shit to their team in free agency. And look where they at. They're 8-5.
To the playoffs, bro.
They're about playoffs. The Steelers didn't really allocate any funds to their quarterback position. I mean, they got Russ for the cheap. They got Fields for a bag of chips.
Draft pick.
Even when Fields was 4-2, Tomlin still had the balls to say, no, I'm going to put Russell Wilson in the game. Y'all going to see why I made that decision. Did I agree with it at first? No. I was like, why not keep Fields in? But look, I can't say the offense hasn't been better with Russ in the game. So, Raheem, you would think you would value your job, bro. Like, you've been fired. Look how long it took you to get to this position again. Like, and I'm not here to say that he's a terrible coach because honestly, like, I'm always going to look at
not.
I'm gonna look at it. You making terrible fucking decisions. That's the essence of a terrible coach.
Pride, bro. Prideful decisions, bro. Like playing cool when he's hurt, bro. You know he's hurt, which you.
And now you don't want to kick shit from any type of range. You'll go for it then, but when you get on the goal line, then you'll kick it. What fucking sense does that make?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry for the language. I try to keep it professional here, but no, this shit is maddening because it's like I could deal with being sorry. Like Carolina, they sorry, but they've been trying. I don't want to compare ourselves to Carolina, like, but they're trying. We just know they're sorry. Like we don't expect nothing from them. But y'all are sorry because y'all fuck up yourself. Y'all getting your own way. Like the New Orleans game, Koo can't make a damn kick all of a sudden. So you lose that game. So then you go to Denver, and I didn't expect you to win anyway, but you let a rookie quarterback, like that's how I know you're not for real. You let a rookie, no for real team's gonna let a rookie have a damn near perfect passer rate and 4 touchdowns almost. I mean, so then
Peyton Manning type game.
You go to the bye week, you come out against the Chargers, and Kirk Cousins just looks like he just still on the bye week or should have stayed on the bye week because he don't know what the fuck
He
he
still
doing.
like the movies, bro. He
Yeah,
still like the movies singing the song with his kids.
where the fuck, nigga, you are playing wicked. So then you go to the Vikings game. Oh my god! And Raheem says, "I didn't want to put Penix in the game because I wanted to let Kirk finish against Minnesota due to the history there."
Finish pissing himself.
Like I said, bro, I've been the most optimistic fan, but it just gets to a point. Terry, I think he's done a phenomenal job with free agency, the draft. We can nitpick, but I mean, it is kind of hard to put logic behind that our defense is always ass and you don't address it through the draft. Like it is kind of frustrating. Like, I mean, I personally don't really care as much about the first round picks that everybody else puts emphasis on because I feel like if you in the top 10, whoever you get gonna hit. It's a top 10 pick.
Right.
Like I don't see nobody complaining about. I mean, I see people complaining about Bijan, but honestly, like he's our best player. Drake, right. Drake is a number one receiver. I don't have a problem with him. Kyle, like I'm honestly just tired of the Kyle discourse. Like I don't care if you think it's him. I don't care if you think it's the quarterback. I don't care if you think it's the quarterback. I'm just tired of it. Like, can we just get him the ball, or if he's not for us, just trade him, bro? I'm tired of talking about it. So I don't know, bro. I just don't understand the shit that we do. Like it doesn't follow logic at all. Cause like, what logic can you really tell me? Like, why is Penix not starting? Can you like? Is it the contract, bro?
It has to be a no bench clause in this contract.
Bro, fuck that. If he got a no bench clause and we sign that, then we just green. I doubt he got that. But like, do you feel like it's optic led? Like you think they don't want to be like we fucked up giving him the contract if we bench him? That's officially saying that.
I think they don't want to have another Matt Ryan situation where we say slap you in the face, forget you, and then need you if so to say Penix was to go and wet the bed the same way, but you can't expect that from him because he's a rookie and he's just starting to get the taste of it.
Bro, Penix ain't
So
going no touchdown, 8 picks, bro. I can bet
exactly. Well,
I can bet he's not gonna do that. And even if he
yeah.
does, like, okay, well, we seen. I'd rather he be doing it
But
than
his aspect of the offense, though, we got to think about it though. Like from this way too, Zach Robinson can call a lot more plays with Penix than he can with Kirk. That's just the honest truth, bro.
our play action.
I'm not putting pressure on Penix to run or anything like that, but like if it was to play, and also I think that's another thing too. I think it's on some. They don't want to put the pressure on him to win these last 4 games, so that you know what I'm saying it don't crush him next year trying to get his starting job. But I don't understand the logic behind that when you're watching somebody do something that destroyed the last 3 teams here for the last 3 seasons. We went 7-10. I mean, he has more turnovers than Desmond Ritter, Heineke, and Mariota. And that's interceptions and fumbles. Like every time he gets sacked, he loses the ball.
Bro,
Every time he
just wants to bring tears to my eyes for real, bro. Because it's like we just can't escape this stench of just stank. It's like you and it's like you had a quarterback, Mr. Consistent, for what the better half of his career, and you just shitted on him every chance you got, and
Yep.
now it's like you're going through the consequences of that. And I'm not saying that this is a direct consequence of that, but it's like
Right.
the fan base aspect of it is like you didn't appreciate what you had, and now look. And then from the team perspective, it's like you didn't go about transitioning to the next page, even
Right.
with that. Like that's where all this. I'm not gonna say where
You thought
all
you was supposed to be okay with it. You thought you were supposed to smack him in the face and let him be okay with it.
right, and like Matt, like nah, I'm finna get out of here. Like you tried to get Deshaun, which would have been another disaster where we're not even gonna get into it because it didn't happen. But you tried to do that without officially having them bagged. Then you lost Matt because you basically disrespected him. Which I mean, you could have drafted somebody to sit behind him, and so then you forced to get the flying Hawaiian Mariota, which we knew that wasn't going nowhere. And then you get Ritter third round, and even that shit was like, bro, we trying to talk it up because we hoping that they struck like lightning in a bottle with a third round quarterback. But bro, honestly, Ritter wasn't supposed to be no starter. That's why I really don't have no resentment towards him because he like, bro, what I'm supposed to do? Like, I'm not no, he not no. Well, I don't know if he know, but we know he's not an NFL starting caliber quarterback, and he just was thrust into the position.
Yeah.
And then you get Kirk, which some people had a problem with the contract because he's coming off the Achilles. And honestly, Kirk is not. It's another problem I got with these motherfuckers, AG. You in sports, in sports, bro, you cannot tinker on the line or teeter, I should say. You cannot teeter on the line of win now and for the future. It has to be either or. So
Yes.
for my basketball fans, like for the Lakers, for example, you got LeBron and AD, you got two superstars in the league, a top five duo on their best night. But you don't want to trade no draft picks because you're thinking about post LeBron era. So you don't make no improvement to your team. When you have a championship window every year, you have LeBron AD, you have a puncher's chance, at least depending on what you do with the rest of the roster. So you see how that doesn't make sense. So the Falcons, they say Raheem said if we get a quarterback, we can make noise. Okay, cool. So you go get Kirk Cousins. So the smart thing would have been to do would have been to draft people that could have helped Kirk right away. Bro, nobody in our draft class fucking plays. When you drafted Michael Penix and you drafted this draft class, this was basically saying like, okay, this is our draft class for the future. But you have a quarterback that's not gonna be there that can win right now. So which one is it? You don't know which one. And I feel like they're trying to get themselves out. Oh, we knew we wasn't really in the mode to compete right now, so that's why we did that. So if you wasn't in the mode to compete right now, why are you signing a quarterback to $100 million guaranteed contract?
Because that's what he was worth on the market, and he wasn't going to sign nowhere unless he got what he wanted, and that he finessed him.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins is a finesser at the end of the day, but I would have rather got finesse with the Kirk Cousins that Minnesota was getting than what the fuck we getting. Like, bro, you're not even
Bro,
regular season stat.
that's what's killing me, bro. It's like from afar, you watch somebody be good on another team, and then you come stank up ours, bro. We was already stank enough. Like I know we got to be through, like be in it with y'all through tough and big times, but it's like, bro, this decision has turned into this better work or else situation. Like,
Yeah.
bro, Kirk better win all four of these games. I don't care who we playing, and we better be walking into the playoffs and hosting a game in the first round and walk past the first round. This is the type of decision that's gonna put pressure on him. Like, okay, you decided not to pull the plug when, like, I feel like it's also sometimes it could be the way Arthur Blank may want to do business. Like, don't pull him out right then. Give him a full chance to make it up. We'll always do better next year. Nah,
Well, because Arthur
it
Blank,
has to be like you
Arthur,
said. You can't be between win now and build for the future. Like, you got to be on one side and stay on that one side because, like, you got Kirk, but then you got Penix. Okay, Kirk's not working, and this is the now. Why not go to the next?
I don't know.
Like,
They telling me that Penix is so fucking bad that he can't play right now. Like I refuse to believe that you drafted
you put
somebody.
him in the game in the back.
Yeah, it's like everything Cause it's like even if I want to logic for what like make logic for what y'all doing, it's like everything that y'all do is going against what y'all saying or like you feel what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
you, you say like, okay, Kirk is our guy, he give us the best chance to win. Cause me
we've been
personally,
losing.
I feel like Penix as a rookie probably down there would be better than Kirk right now. So so you telling me you drafted a quarterback top 10 and you still think Kirk playing like this gives you the best chance to win? That means your rookie quarterback is pretty bad. Or that's what you think.
Hmm.
You mean to tell me that Zach Robinson was like on board, hand picking Michael Penix, Raheem Terry? They went to private workouts. Like that's y'all guy. That's y'all future. That's really your job, to be honest with you. Because if he don't work out, the team gonna be sorry. You're gonna lose your job. Terry probably already on thin ice if they don't make playoff this year because that'll be 4 seasons in a row. So I don't know, bro. It's just frustrating to me because I don't understand. I understand like the contract, but it's like, what difference do it make if my contract value is like not doing what he needs to do on the field? If I give you 20 million, 40 million a year and you're not playing up to par, what difference do it make if you're not playing? Only
Right.
thing, like you said, is winning and losing, bro. Nobody is talking about the Broncos dead cap no more. I just bring it up because it just showed that that's not the
It's
city.
still a real thing.
It's a real
They
thing.
forgot when they started winning.
My point exactly, bro. When folks start winning, bro, nobody gives a fuck. So you rather
Keep
coddle Kirk,
disappointing the fans that's paying this money to
you
come and
rather
see
piss
y'all play.
the fan base off. You rather coddle Kirk. You rather you rather send a. It's really sending a bad message to the locker room because every fucking post game, Raheem wants to say the team got to be better. We didn't do enough to support Kirk. Blah blah. Motherfucker, Kirk hasn't thrown a touchdown in 4 games. Like Kirk hasn't thrown a touchdown in 4 games. Kirk hasn't thrown a touchdown in 4 games. Listen to how crazy that sounds. A starting
He
NFL,
went out there and played catch with them folks, bro.
he hasn't. His job as a quarterback, in essence, is to throw touchdowns. He hasn't done that in 4 games. I
You
mean,
telling me the
like,
light bulb finna just click this week, JC?
and he
The
gonna go
light
out
bulb finna just
there
click
and
this week, JC. I
he gonna go out
guess.
there and throw 5 touchdowns. And honestly, if you go out there and you flip the switch against the Raiders and the Giants, I'm not looking at you no different, motherfucker. That's what you're supposed to do. What have
Exactly.
you done against caliber teams? You got your ass whooped by the Broncos. You lost to the Chargers, and it's really your fault we lost because you threw 4 picks in 1 game. And then you lost to who we lost to? The Vikings. And like you said, bro, 27, 25 plus turnovers, bro. Like this has been a problem. We just haven't been talking about it because we've been winning. But now it's like you're not even giving us the three touchdowns. You're not even giving us the touchdowns, bro. You just
To combat the turnovers, bro.
I don't even think Desmond Ritter went a stretch starting where he didn't throw a touchdown in at least like 4 games. Let me look that up because I see people comparing it like to the fact of you can't look at the team and say it's just the quarterback like how when we had Matt, bro. Matt was actually putting up numbers. We
Matt
just
was
had a
putting
sorry
up the
defense. Like
numbers.
Matt would have a game that year in 2018. That year we played the Bengals. He put up like 4 touchdowns. Then we played the Saints at home. I think probably like the next week he put up another 4, no picks, and we still lost. Like if anything,
No defense.
Kirk's comparison is Desmond Ritter at this
Yep.
point because he's turned the ball over at an alarming rate. So yeah, let me see what he did with us that year.
That's
But
just
yeah,
crazy.
I don't know.
I don't see how like people can back the play of Kirk Cousins. Like, bro, he's not mentally there, bro. You got a sniper sitting on the bench, bro. Like,
Mm.
he can give you what you need, bro. He can get the weapons that you got open, bro. Like, there's no question about it. But the I just don't like how and maybe it's Arthur Blank's business clause, like I said, to not fire somebody in the middle of their turn or in the middle of the season, so it's not a negative look on the team or whatever. But like or the organization, but you just gotta do what's best for the team and best for the city at this point, bro. Like we struggle enough day to day being Falcons fans wearing this shit every day, bro. Like you can easily get traded or get released and go to another team and sign with somebody else. Like it's not as easy as being a civilian and being stationed here and this your team that you grew up on. Like you seen it from ass to you know what I'm saying to class. You know what I'm saying? Literally.
Yeah,
But
it's, I just looked it up. Ritter didn't have a game where he didn't have a 4 game stretch where he didn't have a touchdown. If he had a game where he didn't have a passing touchdown, he had a rushing touchdown at least. So
see, and
and Ritter
and
is
that's the aspect of the offense that we're missing. Like we needed a competent passer that could get up out the pocket.
I mean, even Ritter is ass. I ain't gonna lie, but even Penix could move off the spot a little bit. Like, bro, when we do play action, it's just straight drop back. It's not even like he's really changing the angle of the pocket. Like, Penix can at least do a
It's
whack
not.
roll out or whatever. Like, we could unlock the deep aspect of the passing game. Like, I honestly feel like Kyle Pitts would eat with Penix, to be honest, because Pitts be getting open. And there's another thing about Pitts. I'm gonna just tell y'all straight up, like if you ever played sports, I don't care what nobody say. Don't nobody want to just be on the field, on the court, not doing shit. All that I'm a team player. If I don't eat, like no, nobody. That's not true. It might be
Right.
true for a couple games, but if you drafted 4th overall and I'm out here getting open, you didn't gave me ass quarterback after ass quarterback. Yeah, I'm gonna take some routes off. That's just honest. Like he's a professional. He's not. He's a human at the end of the day. So all these motherfuckers take plays off. They get tired. But just think about his morale. I'm not getting the ball. I'm not going to get looked at. If I do get looked at, he's going to sell the ball over my head or I'm going to get a hospital ball. But I'm
Yep.
going to get flack. I'm going to get the effort, questions. I'm going to get the route running questions. I'm going to get the is he's a bust. So I don't feel no type of way towards Kyle Pitts, honestly, because I kind of can probably like feel what he feel like. He don't. If I was him, I wouldn't give a fuck no more. To be honest, y'all can just trade me, and I can just go be good somewhere else. Because you,
Right.
you can't
That's
tell me that Brock Bowers, and I'm not saying Kyle is Brock Bowers. I think Brock Bowers is a little different, but bro, Kyle ain't this bad. I don't care what nobody say.
at all.
We just
He just
don't.
need his chance, bro.
We don't put him in. We don't. Bro, Ray McLeod is eating in this offense. You think Kyle Pitts can't fucking eat? We just don't value the tight end in this offense. It's just weird.
And
And I
Kirk don't see nobody out there but Drake London.
Now Kirk is predetermined. He already know where he going. That's why he throwing these dumbass picks because he gonna get that ball there regardless. Before he take a sack, he gonna throw a dumbass pick.
Yep.
But
Should be the other way around. I don't give a damn.
I don't know, bro. It's already so like I sent earlier. It's already came out that Raheem has said that Kirk is still the guy. So I already told you if they don't make a change, I don't know, bro. Like you said, we the ones who carry this shit. We ride with y'all. If anything, like you really can't say the Falcons really got no fair weather fans because you really shouldn't have one fan. If I'm being honest with you, like you charge an arm and a leg,
Right.
you charge an arm and a leg for these fucking tickets. You
Yep.
suck. You suck. You're trash. The Hawks know they're trash. They're gonna let you in the game. The Braves just won a World Series. The tickets are affordable. They're gonna let you in the game. Atlanta United has a championship. They're gonna let you in the game. What do the Falcons do? You have a state of the art facility. Yes, I understand. You give you $2 popcorn, nachos, chicken tenders. Okay, cool. I can't afford to get in the game, Arthur Blank. The parking is $100, Arthur Blank.
Yep.
Arthur Blank, but you're putting a $2 fucking product, I'm not gonna contradict myself. Like I said, Arthur Blank really don't have nothing to do with the football aspect of it. Like he's just a business. I mean, he Terry and the front office. That's them. The coaching, the players, all that go together. Arthur, but I'm just saying, Arthur, like look at the product you put on the field, twin. Ticket prices.
Yeah.
You already outnumbered every time you play a big team, bro. Their fans are deeper than us. And I can't necessarily blame the fans because are you giving us a home field advantage? No.
Nope.
Bro, you suck at home. You suck. You suck. You just suck.
Haven't won at home.
You suck at home. You suck on the road, bro. Kirk Cousins, bro. I want you to pack up and I want you to leave. I'm tired of mediocrity at the quarterback position. I'm tired of my team just doing dumb stuff, bro. We just dumb. Why is Penix not starting? I cannot understand why you draft this guy at that. Like,
Pride, bro. It's pride because
but
they don't
but
want to
what's
say.
pride though? Like, who is it? Raheem's pride?
I mean, right now is Raheem's pride
He makes
because
the
like
decision. It's his decision
yeah,
to
he
make.
makes it. Yeah, it's his decision to make. Nobody but his. And as a head coach, I mean, riding with your QB1 that you've been riding with all year. I mean, you gotta sit him down and talk to him and be like, hey, like,
Bro, fuck
what's
that.
going on, bro? Like, you
I'm
need
about
to
to,
get
he need to slap the
like
fuck out of Kirk.
after the first game, it happens with no touchdowns and just interceptions. Like, hey, okay, hey, bro, pull it together. Get back to yourself next week. You'll be all right. Next week with no touchdowns and interceptions. Wait, was it 4 interceptions the next game?
The Broncos game, let me look it up. I
Broncos
think
game, it was 2 interceptions
yeah, Saints game it was an
because it was
interception.
two
And he
games.
fumbled
It was 2 picks in New Orleans, 2 picks in Denver.
through two. I think he
Bye
only
week
against the Saints, but he had the
came back
fumble
and
took us out of
came back and threw 4 picks at the Chargers and two. Yeah, bro, that's 8 picks, bro.
let me see. So against New Orleans, he had
Two.
why is they showing me advanced passing, bro? I just want to know his touchdowns, interception. I think he only had one pick against New Orleans, but he had that fumble at the last drive.
He had two. I
Did
think.
he?
I think it was two, bro.
Let me see.
He
I
threw
know
one to the Honey Badger and he threw one to I don't think it was the Mario. I think it was.
Kirk Cousins just ass twin. Let me see. Yeah, he had one against the Saints, but he had a fumble. But I think
Okay, that's
against the Broncos, he had one. Yeah, he threw four on the Chargers, and then he
yeah.
had two yesterday. He ain't thrown a touchdown. So he went from 4 touchdowns against the Bucks, 3 against the Dallas Cowboys to just absolutely not doing anything. And to be honest, he really ain't did nothing looking at this shit besides against Tampa Bay in that Dallas game, and then the
But
Eagles.
he could have had one yesterday, but instead of moving to be able to get a bigger angle to throw, bro, he threw the ball right after the defender. Like Drake London was open, even though the dude was on his back. You could have zipped the ball in there, but you just stood there and looked at him and threw the ball at the dude instead,
He could have had one
hoping
to
to get the
Kyle.
flag.
He threw the ball right.
Like,
Y'all keep him in at the end of the game, trying to get these garbage time touchdowns, just to say I don't know, bro. Like I said, but let's look ahead before we get out of here, because honestly, bro, it's above our pay grade.
all right.
But I'm starting to think that the people that's in charge of these type of things that get paid for it, like, bro, you don't get no smarter. Just I mean, not no more smarter. You're not smarter than nobody just because you get paid $1 million to do some shit. That's just your job. But don't tell me everything you do is the right decision just because you're in that position, because y'all doing some dumb shit. It ain't really no way around it.
Ain't no way around it.
I don't gonna stand on that because I don't. I feel like even Arthur Smith had the damn brain to put Ritter in the last 4 games of the season that one year, trying to see what what he got. So you mean to tell me you're not gonna put your first round pick in to see what he got because you were in playoff contention? Well, damn, Penix can't take you wherever Kirk gonna go. I feel like if you put Penix in, bro, you probably got a better chance of winning, in my opinion, the way Kirk is playing right now.
But like I said, Zach Robinson play calling opened up a little bit more when you got Penix out there, bro. Like
I,
if they say Penix is lighting up in practice and he's running the same plays that Kirk is running, like it's
Probably
because
not even with the first team group. So just imagine when he get with Darnell. Like, come on now.
exactly, exactly. You give him a full slate, it's over with.
I'm trying to pull up Tampa Bay schedule as well because that's really what we need to look at. But okay, schedule Tampa Bay.
When they getting ready to play the Chargers backup quarterback because Justin Herbert got hurt last night, pulled his hamstring.
Nah, bro, don't tell me that.
I'm serious.
Hopefully not. Honestly, I'm. kind of over the playoffs at this point. I just feel like they didn't spoil my whole appetite. It'll kind of be like you bring me some food I asked for like 2 hours ago, and I ain't even hungry no more.
Right.
Uh, well, we'll just look at what we got left here. We have Vegas Monday Night Football. They said it's a possibility that O'Connell might still suit up, but I'm kind of already pushing that Ritter narrative. I just think that'll be funny to lose to Ritter. Honestly, like that would be right up
Yeah, that'll be the icing on the cake of whereas.
that would just be our like of some real Falcon shit right
That
there.
would be the that would be the epitome of we're stupid. How did you lose to somebody you just cut and was on two different teams before? Like, man, come on, bro.
So what I mean, Kirk is obviously they're obviously not gonna go to Penix, so I'm just gonna stop even bringing that hypothetical up. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you two questions here. Where do you see the rest of this going with Kirk as a starter with these 4 games in front of you? And two, where do you see the decision going with him this offseason?
All right. So two good questions. The first one, I think as the Kirk that I know or knew him to be, you know what I'm saying?
We thought we knew
The
you.
Kirk, the Kirk I knew, I would say, oh yeah, we're winning these games. But the Kirk I've seen and I'm starting to get to know is just like it's like that it's like a person that you invited to the party and then like all of a sudden they start asking you questions like, bro, no, this not that type of party. We don't do that. Like, what? Like who invited this man? Like, but I don't know, man. He quote unquote gives the team the best chance, but I just don't get that, bro. When you see the mistakes being made. Um Last 4 games, your best scenario is you go 3-4 in these last 4 games and hope that Tampa Bay loses 2 games and you're
Three
in
and
the playoff.
he meant 3-1.
Yeah, well, yeah, my bad, 3-1. Your best scenario is going 3-1. Your best hope for Tampa Bay is that they lose at least 2 games, or even if you finish with the same um record with as them, we still own the tiebreaker, so we'll be in the playoffs. But you also gotta hope that these other teams like can help you win. This is the position we said from the beginning of the season in week 9 when we were 6-3, bro. Don't put yourself in the predicament where you gotta hope and pray that they lose to somebody, they play them, and what's the score on this game because you want to be focused on just your schedule. Like if you win out, of course it's gonna look like you're winning, but you have to win. Like we haven't seen a win in over a month, so it's just gonna be different. The decision after this season, me personally, I don't want to see that again next year, bro. Like I really don't even want to get a glimpse of what that would be or what he would be like on the second year coming back from an Achilles, because they can't be hoping, oh, maybe he'll be able to move better next year. No, because why? Why? What was the purpose? Like you literally paid a veteran quarterback market value to come in and run this team and take us to the playoffs in his first year. You said win the South, outrun the South. The whole banner that I have on my background, bro. This was the motto coming in. Now I would be like, it's time to get traded. I need assets for him because ain't no way Sam Darnold getting paid 10 million and he has a 11-win team and we have a 6-win team. Kirk was supposed to add wins to this team, not cause the losses. And I'm not saying all the losses are on him, but the ones where he blatantly gave the game away, it's like Kirk, come on, bro. And yeah, it. I would go ahead and start the era of Penix next year and evolve the team while we still have the weapons that we have, because pretty soon it's gonna dwindle down again, and we're gonna have a skeleton team because we're not gonna pay players, or players gonna want to get traded.
Man. Yeah, so I'm kind of well. I'll start with the next four. I like you said 3-1, but I really feel like you need to go 4-0 just to give yourself the best possible opportunity to figure out what's going on. Because like you said, the Bucks got the Chargers next week. Um, we'll see if Herbert straps up. Pause. Um, then they got Tampa Bay, which ain't. I mean, they got Dallas, which can go either way. Tampa Bay honestly hasn't been like lights out. They just been squeaking by the games they need to squeak by, and we just are opening the door for them. But that can go either way. Then they got Carolina. Carolina been playing some inspired football, and then they finished with New Orleans. Derek Carr, who knows if he'll be back by then or whatever. But the division game, anything can happen. But so they're one game ahead of us right now. So you probably need them to lose one or two. And like you said, 3-1. I say 3-1. They definitely need to lose because
Too.
if we finish 3-1, that will be 9-8 or 9-8. And then if they finish, they lose two, they'll be 9-8. So yeah, you need them to lose two. But I say if you really, because I feel like the only game I really feel like we can count on is the Chargers for them to lose. So I think that would mean that we need to go 4-0. Now, do I think we have 4-0 capabilities? No. Um, I just I have like you said, it's like if I'm going off of what I thought, bro, when we first saw the schedule, we said this the stretch where we need to, pick up a 4-2. So far we are 0-2 after that stretch. So can they go 4-2? 10-7 was the floor that I had for them for the season. Can they still, if they still get there and win the division, make the playoffs? I would say that they did what they set out to do on the season for me personally. But did you necessarily
Yeah,
get there, or did you back your way into there? It's like it's a lot on how you get and how you look where you finish. But I don't know, bro. For prediction purposes, I would say they probably win the next two. But the way they looking, I wouldn't. I'm not taking them to beat nobody with Kirk. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I kind of didn't. I didn't wash my hands with the situation, and I know the Falcons. Like I know they're gonna lose to Ritter on Monday Night Football. I just know that's how our luck works out. So
it's gonna be a reason.
I don't
A
have
reason
no.
why every time.
I don't have no thoughts about that. Like I said, if they do it like they do what they need to do, they just do. And then for the Kirk thing, I was looking up some stuff. I looked up an article on SB Nation. They're really talking about why it'll kind of be difficult to move off of him, but it's not completely impossible. Honestly, they just saying his contract kind of has protections built in for him. So I doubt we just straight up release him. They say if we just straight up release him,
We'll take all the dead hit.
yeah. So we've paid him 62. His 2025 salary is fully guaranteed. So if we cut him, we'll owe him 27 million. We've paid him 62 million, but only account for 25 on our dead cap this year. So if he's not on the roster via cut or trade, the remaining 37 would need to be accounted for. So if we get rid of, if we cut him, that'd be 65 million dead cap, which would be the second highest in NFL history behind Russell Wilson. Um, if we trade him, he, like you said, he does have that. He got a no trade clause, so he would have to approve of the new thing we strip him off to. Um, that would basically mean we just pay a 1 year rental, a high amount. Um, yeah, like you said, if we trade him, it's just a lot. It's just a lot. Um, this is kind of a position you put yourself in when you gamble and pay guys big money and they don't work out. But
Here's what I think though, bro. Kirk can be a great teacher, bro. So just let him teach, bro. Let him school Michael Penix, bro. Let Michael Penix play. Let him do what he's supposed to do. But that, like, we've we've already seen this with the Falcons plenty of times. Um, like I don't think folks understand. We are the only franchise that doesn't do anything in the midst of the situation. It's always we are waiting until they say, "Oh, the Falcons are officially out of contention." Oh, now you want to start making changes and give everybody else a chance to play. Okay, cool. Not like if you put somebody in the fire and you see what they're made of, it's a greater reward on that side as opposed to having something, not using it, and then seeing after the game that that person can do something. Like they're just like, okay, I'm gonna use a little basketball analogy. So if you got a dude on your team that's 6'6" and he can't dribble but he can dunk and make layups, but you got another 6'6" guy that just tries to shoot threes, but he can't make threes, but you like the fact that he can stretch the floor. You lack points in the paint. And why? Because that guy that's sitting on the bench that can make dunks and layups ain't in because he can't make three. Come on, bro. Like, use what you got to your advantage, bro. Like, there's an arm and legs on the sideline. All you have is an arm with Kirk right now.
Barely, barely even that.
And whatever is left of his arm, bro, is
Fucking
what we're
limp.
getting right now, bro. Like, we have to realize that we are literally getting somebody, two teams hand me down. We were just the guinea pig. They wanted the money or had the money and was like, okay, we need a quarterback, but we need him to teach him. Okay, let him be a teacher now and let him coach Penix. But we got to be all the way out of contention to even look at a Penix jersey walking on the sideline into the game.
Why though? Like that don't make sense to me. But
It don't make sense to me either, bro. I never will agree with that, bro. But
that's how the Falcons
that's just,
operate. They
yep,
only address. They don't address problems. They just like put mistakes on top of mistakes. They don't like they put band-aids on stuff instead of just redoing it. Like you paid and you just first of all when Terry got here, you got out of dead cap hell because you
yep,
had dead cap with Matt. And then you got yourself uh 2 seasons fairly with money. You know, you got Bates on your money. You had money to play around with because you wasn't, excuse me, you wasn't paying a quarterback. So I figured this offseason, you know, there was many routes people wanted to take. You know, there was cheaper options for the bridge quarterback. Um, but you paid Kirk. And like I said, I'm not here to even talk about that decision. It's just the fact of it's not working. And you drafted a quarterback on top of paying another quarterback. So you must have like you have a backup policy, bro. This is just like having a gun that works, but you're gonna keep it in the case. You want to keep using the other gun because it might work sometimes, and it's like you don't want to open the other gun. Like it literally doesn't make sense. And then I see people they're saying, like you said, like they still in playoff contention, so why change it? Because there's other problems with the team too. Okay, well hell, if you got a house and your damn refrigerator don't work, your TV don't work, you know, your microwave don't work, you just gonna say fuck it, you're not gonna fix nothing just because everything ain't working, or are you at least gonna try to eliminate problems and at least fix something?
yep.
I mean, Jimmy Lake,
It,
Zach
bro, it's
Robinson,
like what, bro.
go
It's like
somewhere.
almost like watching your. We both got kids, bro. So it's just like watching your kid pee on themselves in public, bro. In the middle of Macy's, bro.
And you just don't do shit.
And you don't do
You got
nothing, bro.
diapers in your bag, you got the wipes in the
You got
bag, but
everything you need right there in your bro. Come on, bro.
you just keep telling yourself they gonna eventually stop doing it. It's been 4 weeks, bro. Kirk Cousins been doing this shit. Like, okay, I wasn't okay after the Saints game. I didn't say bench Kirk Cousins. I was more
Nope.
so on
Either.
cool. I was on
Yep.
Young Way Cool. After the Broncos game, I didn't say bench Kirk Cousins. I said, okay, we going to
Defense.
stop it.
Offense.
after the Chargers game, that's when I was like, okay, start benching this
Kirk.
motherfucker. Throw for
Kirk.
okay. I said they going back to him. You know, they going back to Minnesota. They want to get him the homecoming game, whatever. I said, okay, cool. Like I text y'all. I said, this is his funeral, or this can be his homecoming where he bounced out his slump. What did he do? He didn't necessarily play as
Bury
bad as
himself,
he did.
boy.
What does Raheem say? It wasn't as bad as it was, bro.
But he had 300 yards. He had 300.
Just because I slap you and then one time I slapped the fuck out you, don't mean I didn't slap you both times. He still playing like shit. It don't matter if he didn't go out there and throw 4 picks. He's not going to do that again. I will hope he doesn't throw 4 picks again. I will hope you have to be really bad to throw 4 picks in the game. No, he's not going to throw 4, but he's not going to throw touchdowns. He's going to throw 2 this time. Okay. It's been 4 games, bro. That is a large enough sample size to show you that he is not going to get done. But like I said, bro, Atlanta, y'all can deal with whatever optics y'all want to deal with. At the end of the day, this is why we are the laughing stock of the league, because we just everybody else with a football brain on these national media shows are saying that we should be starting Michael Penix, but for some reason,
Everybody's like, bro, what's going on? Like,
like you
where's the
said,
common sense here?
pride,
Hello.
it's the pride, it's the one to be smarter than everybody, it's the one to be I'm right, it's the one to coddle the personal friendship we have.
Yep.
It's the one
Since the
to
beginning,
it's
twins.
the one to not have the contract being wasted, but bro, it's being wasted because I don't see
It's
the way
wasted.
you can't run this back next year. You just can't. Like you
Nope.
said, another year removed off of getting older. Like, bro, no. So I don't know, but man, I definitely appreciate if anybody who's watching the video definitely let us know what y'all think down in the comments. Who is at fault here? What's wrong? Because that's all you can do really with this team is just search for answers about what's going wrong. It's just so many things going wrong. So I mean, it's a multifaceted answer for sure. But I just feel like the immediate thing to do would be play your future when your current quarterback isn't getting the job done. I'm not saying Michael Penix come in and we go into the Super Bowl, everything is fixed. No, but it's like
Right.
you've already pitched away the season, in my opinion. Because I don't see you doing what you need to do in these
Several
next.
times.
And even if you think you're gonna do what you do in these next 4 games, you can't do that with Penix at quarterback.
Exactly.
I feel like you can. So I don't understand why he can't play. I guarantee if Penix come in and do what he needs to do, nobody's gonna care about Kirk being on the bench. Nobody's gonna care. They're gonna talk about it when he first get benched. They're gonna say the Falcons made a mistake, da 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 da. And then Penix gonna come in. He gonna if he, I ain't saying he gonna come in 4 touchdowns, no picks, but if he come in have himself a nice little game, then people are gonna forget real soon. But I don't know. I thought Raiders, Giants, Commanders, Panthers was a nice little stretch for Penix to, get his feet wet, start, and we can see kind of a preview what we got next year. But obviously, we're gonna have to go a whole off season waiting, and then we know we'll get here next year, and he won't play in the preseason, so we'll have to wait. Maybe we'll sign another bridge quarterback, and he'll have to wait again. So I don't know, bro. But man, y'all
It's the
folks,
life of a Falcons fan, man.
yeah, it is. But any other Falcons fans in there with us right now through these moments, man, like I said, if you're watching, I appreciate it. Make sure you definitely leave a like on the video, subscribe, comment, uh,
Help for the Falcons.
help us. We are in this together. I always say I'm gonna drop the socials down in the description area. We just made a TikTok. So make sure y'all follow that. We got the Instagram and the Twitter as well. So y'all lock in with us on there. Any closing statements you want to say, AG, before we just wrap up this depressing video?
Man, I wish I could just talk about my trip going to Vegas this week, but um, it's kind of sickening, bro. Um, but I plan on having fun in Vegas this weekend. Have some fun around the city. Hit the strip a couple times because my hotel's on the strip, and then I was gonna go to the game on Monday, but I think I might be around it somewhere, just not at the game. But at the same time, it'll be nice to see their stadium, just to see the stadium. If I can get like a late ticket or something like that, late
Yeah,
cheap ticket.
man, that was supposed to be a nice little thing, but I mean, Vegas ain't too bad of a city to just go to anyway. So I'll probably go, and I don't know, I have to see what the game tickets talking about. But
Yeah,
Falcons ain't really giving me no incentive. Now Penix would have started, we could have got some excitement in there, but I'm not
yeah,
trying to see Desmond Ritter and Kirk Cousins throwing picks back to back, bro. I ain't got time for that. So
man, I'd rather go see what that boy Ritter doing with his new team. Sit
I'll
there with
tell
that nine open. I'm just playing.
you, Ritter,
Just
the Raiders are gonna beat the Falcons, bro. I'm just setting y'all up for the okie doke right now.
Bruh,
Like
a two win team beating us is grounds for firing Raheem ass, bro.
I feel
Bro,
like
we
losing.
lose to a two, bro. Oh my god! Don't even put that thought in my head, bro. I don't want to bear that thought just yet, bro. Let me
Raheem
wait till I
just
have
talked
some.
about Desmond, bro. He said if we had a quarterback, I wouldn't be here. So guess what? Now what if you don't be here next year because you said that exact same thing? What if
Bro,
Raheem
you spoke
like,
the yup
now
spoke
you
failure on somebody else, and now you the one that's failing.
exactly that's hey, amen to that right there. But man, we gonna get on out of here. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what y'all think down in the comments. Stay locked in with the socials. And then be on the lookout for that Wednesday live stream for our NFL weekly picks. And also, me and Kay did a basketball video that I'm gonna edit up and put out as well. But yeah, rise up, guys. I guess.